Previously on Star Trek Morningstar.
But wouldn't that put a very large stain on your Starfleet record?
Well, lucky for the captain, he doesn't have to worry about that.
James?
You alright, Mike?
Hello, Captain, and welcome to Nimbra V. We're happy to have you here as honored guests.
Starfleet has already tried to get them to leave the planet plenty of times. What makes them think this time will be any different?
If you're going to try and get us to leave, then you might as well go, because nothing is going to...
Actually, despite the orders I've been given, we're going to do what we can to improve your orbital defense grid. But if that grid isn't ready for whatever reason, you will be evacuated.
We can replace all of these with spares from the Morningstar. Yep, upgrading this shouldn't be a problem. Hang on.
Something wrong?
Upgrading the grid is going to be harder than we thought.
The generator that powers the grid is out of date. We can quite easily upgrade the components, but the generator itself isn't pumping out enough power to run the upgrade.
How's it going? Is the grid ready to come online yet?
If by online, sir, you mean ready to start trial runs, then yes.
Trial runs?
Lieutenant, hail the Morningstar.
Belay that.
Excuse me?
If the Morningstar is still there, that means that someone is still on that planet trying to help it.
15 seconds!
Another one. Pull!
10, 9, 8...
Again!
6,
Pull!
5, 4...
We did it!
3,
it's in! The grid's online!
1.
Pull them out of there, now!
What kind of officer do you take me for? How dare you presume for a moment that my personal feelings would, in any way, override my duty to the service or to my crew? I am no Maxwell, sir.
Shit. I mean, I understand where he's coming from. For the time that you two have known each other, and then you just, out of the blue, for lack of nicer wording, insult his professionalism? Yeah, it's not great.
I know. You know what? None of it is his fault. It's mine. In fact, if anything, I'm a hypocrite.
A hypocrite? How?
I insulted Gabriel's professionalism because of my personal concerns. Gabriel said, "How dare you presume for a moment that my personal feelings would in any way override my duty to the service?" It was my personal feelings that accused him of being unprofessional when I was being unprofessional.
Are you gonna try to talk to him?
That's the problem. From what I know, Gabriel isn't one to hang around those who insult him. The only way I can talk to him is by Starfleet putting us on the same mission. I have no idea when that'll be.
Well, putting things that we can't control or do anything about aside for now, Admiral Mineo has requested to see us at Starbase 50. We'll be arriving soon.
Well, I'd better be on the bridge then, shouldn't I?
Admiral, are you okay? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Admiral!
What? What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, sorta. I'll live. What happened?
I don't know. One minute we're en route to Utola. The next we go through what I assume was some sort of wormhole and end up here. Wherever here is.
Well, have you checked the navigational logs?
Navigational sensors were knocked out the second we entered that thing. I'm still trying to get them back.
Well, hurry up and get on with it. I want to know where the hell we are, and I want to know now. Is there anything in the area, no matter how small it is, that can tell us something?
Well, there is a planet nearby. Not much to go on. Class M, similar to Ryza.
Well, it's a start.
Sir, we've just got communications array online, and I think we have a better idea of where we are.
Well, where?
Does the term USS mean anything to you?
USS?
The abbreviation of United Starship?
I want you to think very carefully about this. You know how much I hate the place I think you're suggesting. So if this is a little joke, then I want you to consider if spending 2 days in an agonizer booth is worth a joke. Are you talking about the mirror universe? The Federation?
Yes, sir.
Why here? Anywhere but here.
Hey, Michael. This should cheer you up. Look what I found.
Is that?
It's Konos, the Klingon homeworld.
The things I wouldn't give it to turn back time and attack the Klingons from scratch. And now I can. As soon as we're able to move, I want this ship hauling its ass over to Kronos. Understood?
Yes, Admiral.
Then get to work. Captain's log stardate 79516.15. After the success of the mission at Nimbra V, Admiral Manea wants to see us at Starbase 50 to congratulate us. However, one thing that I'm not looking forward to upon returning to Starbase 50 is dealing with Tanner.
Michael, we are just about to dock at Starbase 50.
On my way. End log.
Dropping out of warp.
Captain, we're being hailed by Starbase 50.
On screen.
Morningstar, it's good to see you. Please dock at the designated zone and meet me in my office. In station ups.
I wonder why he corrected himself. Thought he was supposed to be the perfect officer.
I'm guessing there's a struggle for power on that station, and Vanna's currently winning it. Let's go see what's going on, shall we?
Okay, so remember the drill. For the time being, I'm in command here, so don't try anything funny.
Understood.
Captain Hunter and Commander Unor to see you, ma'am.
Vanna? Tanner?
Michael? Unor? Good to see you both. And congratulations.
Yes, indeed. Congrats.
Is he feeling alright?
I have no idea.
Really? Yes, I may have a mortal hatred of Hunter, but in this case, even though he did break regulation, fine. He's been a damn fine officer.
Why, thank you. I think.
Why don't I just go to my office and let you two talk?
Oh, that might be an idea. Michael, this way. So listen, are you all right? 'Cause you're looking a little down.
Not really, no.
What happened?
Well, the mission, for one thing. He just took it out of me. The other thing is Gabriel.
What? You mean Captain Carver?
Yeah.
What happened to you two? I thought you were really good pals.
We were, until I decided to insult his professionalism, hypocritically.
I'm sorry, what?
It's a long story. Basically, I have a major distrust in Starfleet intelligence. He turned Commander Zakrill down because he has an intelligence officer. Also, Gabriel doesn't like time travel. Then he made a comment, I took it too far, and in a moment of unprofessionalism, I insulted his professionalism, and I am now regretting everything.
Well, I think I got the gist of that.
Like I said, long story.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No. I'll just leave it to the natural course of events. I think that's best.
All right. Okay. Well, in that case, do you mind if we talk about your mission?
Sure.
Okay, so could you give me...
Michael, Admiral. Something is happening up here.
What's going on?
An unknown starship, with a hull configuration similar to the Morningstar, just appeared in the asteroid rings of Hingit and is currently en route to Kronos. Weapons hot.
Can you get any more info about that ship? Maybe a name? Registry number?
Only thing I can see at the moment is the registry name. Oh my.
Marino?
That's not good.
Uno? What's going on?
Take a look.
What?
No, it can't be.
It is. ISS. Imperial Starship. It's the Terran Empire. Captain's log supplemental. After Starfleet sensor boys picked up the presence of a Terran Empire ship, which so far seems to be similar to the Morningstar, heading for Kronos, the Morningstar has been ordered to intercept.
Captain, I'm getting a transmission from SB-50. Apparently, the ship got closer to one of our sensor boys, and they were able to get some specs and schematics of the ship.
Do they have the name?
Yes, and you're not gonna like it.
What do you mean I'm not going to like it? It's a Terran Empire ship, how worse can it get?
This much worse. Ship name, ISS Morningstar. Registry, NCC 99000. Ship class Morningstar.
It's this ship's counterpart.
And it packs a lot more of a punch.
How long until we intercept?
30 minutes, sir.
Reynolds, if Command hasn't done so already, inform the Klingon High Council of the situation.
Will do.
Admiral, I think we've caught the attention of some of the locals.
Oh, really? What's the ship? Who is it?
It's the USS... Oh, well, isn't this interesting?
You of all people should know I don't like repeating myself, Tapery. So I'll say this one last time. Who is it?
Admiral, we are currently being followed by the USS Morningstar.
The Morningstar? You mean the mirror version of this ship?
Yes, Admiral.
Well, this should be interesting, shouldn't it? Alright then. Let's do this. The Klingon Massacre 2.0. Red alert! All hands to battle stations!
Captain, sensors show that the Morningstar has arrived at Kronos.
That is going to get very annoying and very confusing very quickly. How long until we arrive?
20 minutes, sir.
Stellar to bridge.
Go ahead, Mitchell.
Sir, you wouldn't by any chance want to be at Kronos now if you could, would you?
That would be extremely good, yes. Why?
Because I think I can jump this ship to Kronos. You see, as you are aware, sir, the HID is a secondary warp drive in case both nacelles and the warp core stop working. But it's still an impulse drive, so it does run on different stuff. But if we combine it with the warp plasma, then I think we could create a booster, like they used to have in cars, I think.
You mean nitrous?
Yes, exactly.
Right, okay. But what is nitrous?
Well, if you're into your cars from around 20th, 21st century, nitrous, or nitrous oxide, is a substance that was used in some internal combustion engines, mostly for racing, car racing, boat racing, etc. It was injected into the intake manifold to increase its oxygen intake. More oxygen means you could add more fuel and thus increases the power output. In layman terms, no offense, it basically was used to give a massive boost of power.
Okay then. And you're saying that the stuff that powers the hyper impulse drive could be used to give a nitrous-like boost to the warp core?
You've hit the nail on the head, sir.
Okay, do it. The quicker we can get there, the better.
Okay, everything's been set up in engineering. Now I'm going to start feeding nitrous into the core with a countdown.
Very well. Yellow alert. All hands prepare for a large boost in forward thrust.
Okay, initiating nitrous boost in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boosting.
Oh my god! This is incredible!
What is it, Auric?
We're increasing speed, but somehow not crossing the warp 10 barrier. But we're coming very close. I can't fully explain it. Okay, you can deactivate the boost now, Lieutenant.
Aye, boost stop.
Where are we, Senaf?
We were just outside the system, dropping to impulse.
I've located the Morningstar, Captain. They are in low orbit of Kronos.
Hail them.
Yes, sir. Admiral, the Morningstar has just entered the system. They are hailing us.
Well then, let's say hello to the one who commands the Mirror Morningstar. Vico? Keep the attack going. Reynolds? Enter the hail.
On screen, Captain.
Well, hello there. What do we have here? I'm Captain Michael Hunter, of the United Federation starship Morningstar, and you're ordered to discontinue your attack on the Klingon homeworld. Well, I am Admiral Michael Hunter, of the Terran Imperial starship Morningstar, and the Klingons are insects, and shall be treated as such. You have no authority over me, Captain. The Klingon Massacre 2.0 shall rage on, for the glory of the Empire. Discontinue your attack now, or I will be forced to destroy you. You can try.
He's closed the channel, sir.
Alert! All hands to battle stations.
Do you really think going up against that powerhouse is such a good idea?
Well, we can't just sit here and let them destroy Kronos. We have to at least try. Vico, bring all weapons online and fire when ready.
Aye. Firing.
What was that?
It was the Morningstar, sir.
Damn. Alright, let's leave Kronos alone for now and take out that ship. Sinef, bring us round. Vico, on my mark. Give him everything we've got.
Aye, sir. Coming around.
Alright, hold steady. Hold steady. Wait for it. Fire! Bloody hell, what was that?
A range of phasers, agonizers, and torpedoes that I have no idea what they are, or how the hell they're putting out that much power.
Hold on, Vico, I'm sending you something that might be a weak spot. Take a look.
Got it. Yes, you're right. It's a weak spot in there. Well, it's not in their shield grid. Their weak spot is their shield grid. One blast from the overload emitter should at least disable them.
Get to it.
Okay, Auric, I need you to bring us around to 531 Mark 147.
Aye. Bring us around.
Okay, bringing the overload emitter online. The Morningstar will be in range in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Fire!
The Morningstar's shields are down. The hull is compromised. They're no longer a threat to anyone, sir.
Great. Start transporting people over and confining them. Let's finally get some answers. Captain's log supplemental. After successfully disabling the Terran Morningstar, we have taken her and her crew back to Starbase 50 for interrogation.
Admiral, how can I help you?
I've got a question for you.
I'm listening.
Why do you hate Hunter so much?
Vanacha, take a seat. My issues stem from a time when I wasn't a commanding officer. I was taught that the only way to get ahead in Starfleet and move up the ranks was to work hard, follow orders, and represent Starfleet at its best. That's how I play the game. In my eyes, Hunter is one of those officers that never followed the rules and always answered back. But unlike those officers, he doesn't get any repercussions, warnings, nothing. He could shout at an admiral and give him what for and get off scot-free.
Oh, I see. You're pissed at Hunter because he acts in a rash way that would have got him in trouble.
Yes, exactly. There were so many times as a junior officer when I could have easily answered back or shouted at my commanding officer, but I didn't. Because I was told that wasn't allowed in Starfleet.
I get it, I do, but you see, that's not Michael. That rash officer type you were just describing. Usually they think they're right about everything, no matter what their commanding officer or anyone else says. But Hunter, he's rash up to a point. If he's given orders and the cause is right and or he thinks he can do better, that's exactly what he'll do.
So, even though I gave him the mission to evacuate Nimbra, he thought it would be better to try and help them?
Even though he was told otherwise. He knew the Nimbrans weren't going to simply evacuate, so instead of wasting time trying, he took a better, albeit riskier, course of action.
You know, if you didn't know him like you do, I don't think I would have ever understood him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ops to Admiral Tanner.
Tanner, my apologies.
That's fine. Go on. If you promise to be good.
Tanner here.
Sir, the Morningstar just docked with the other Morningstar in tow, and they say they're bringing prisoners on board. The captain is on his way to Ops now.
On our way. After you, Admiral.
Thank you. Is he on the station yet?
Yes, he should be here any second now.
Michael, good to see you.
Captain?
Not quite.
What the hell?
Bent your brain out of shape too?
What the?
Thought so. Admiral Tanner, Admiral Manair, allow me to introduce my Terran counterpart, Admiral Michael Hunter, who seems to also have an American accent. Howdy.
Admiral Michael Hunter.
That's what he just said, isn't it? I was considering interrogating him on board the Morningstar. But even looking at him through a view screen gave me chills, so I thought I'd bring him here and let you have a crack at him.
How kind of you. I think. All right, Admiral. What are you doing in our universe?
Well, to be honest with you, as much as I would love to not tell you and see what ways you have of getting information out of people, I really don't want to be in this universe any longer than I have to be. So here we go. We are here by accident. We were on our way to Imran when we ran into some kind of wormhole. The next thing we know, we're here. If that's the case, then why did you attack Cronus? As you probably already know, given how many times your starfleet has ended up in our universe, the Terran Empire thinks that anything that isn't Terran is beneath us. When we found out where we were, we tried to tear ourselves up by attacking the Klingons, who, to us, are vermin. Is anyone gonna say anything? Until we can figure out if you're lying or not, no. But I don't think he is.
Is Commander Zakrill able to lie detect or anything?
I don't know. I'll have to go and ask her.
Can't you ask her to come here?
She's currently in the middle of a warp core diagnostic with Stella, Auric, and a few others.
Okay, you can go and talk to them. Meanwhile, we'll have a chat with the Admiral here.
Sounds fun.
Are you getting anything from Grid 7H?
No, nothing.
That is truly baffling.
Hi all.
Yeah. What are you doing here? Is this an inspection?
Mitchell, you should know by now that I don't care for inspections. Do I have to run you through it again?
Yes, I remember. So what brings you?
I'm here to speak to Clementine.
Oh, how can I help you, sir?
Clementine, were you ever fitted with lie detector technology?
No, I don't think so. Let me have a quick check. No, sorry. Why do you ask?
It's just the Admiral's interrogation, that's all. How's the diagnostic coming?
Not good.
Oh. What is it exactly you're looking for?
We're trying to figure out how the warp core went past warp 10 without actually going past warp 10.
Are you aware of the infinite velocity theory?
You mean the theory that once a vessel reaches warp 10, they are occupying all points in the universe at once?
Yes, and if we went by the theory, then technically we should have been occupying all points in the universe at once.
I do see where you're coming from. But as I understand it, impulse drives don't run on dilithium, and it was a rare form of dilithium that forced Voyager's Tom Paris into infinite velocity.
Good point.
And, if I also recall correctly, the only other time that I can think of that a starship has travelled at warp 10 or more was once in 2364 when the Traveller used his thoughts to propel the Enterprise D past warp 10 and off the warp scale.
There was also a year later in 2365 when it was suggested and theorized that the shuttlecraft Elbars was sent back in time by traveling at speeds beyond warp 10. But the thing is, sir, even though all our indications were showing a velocity of warp 10 plus, our fuel usage was the same as when we were at our maximum beforehand.
There is one other theory myself and Auric have, which Mitchell here doesn't want to accept.
Which is?
It was a fluke.
It can't be, though. There has to be a reason for it, and not just a one-off thing.
Why can't it be a one-off thing?
Captain, if we could find the cause of this, and it's not a fluke, it could change the way we travel through space.
Mitchell, as someone who took the engineering extension classes at the Academy, I too think this could be fantastic. But they also taught me that sometimes you just gotta accept a fluke when it happens. See you later.
Scan complete. Result: negative. Would you wish to begin another scan?
Yes.
Computer, belay that.
What are you doing?
You have run 25 lie detection scans. All have come back negative. What makes you think attempt number 26 is going to be different?
It's a hope.
Just accept it. He must be telling the truth.
No. No, he's a Terran, and Terrans can't be trusted.
I mean, as much as I would love to watch you run this pointless scan over and over again, because it is so funny to watch you get pissed at the fact that I'm not guilty. She does have a point. And if I'm being totally honest, after scan 15, it was getting a bit boring.
Never thought I'd say this to a Terran, but thank you.
You're welcome.
Just let it go, all right?
Fine.
Oh, what's up with him?
Basically, he's convinced that the Admiral is lying, despite the 25 lie detector scans that all came back negative.
Huh. Understandable. Wait a sec. If you used a lie detector scan, then why did you ask me to go and ask Zakril if she could lie detect? Which, to answer your question, no she can't.
It was Tanner's idea, and he can be very persistent. And don't ask me why he decided to do it, because I haven't the foggiest.
So, we gonna help him?
Honestly, I don't see why not. I mean, I know we're Starfleet, and we're not supposed to be judgmental, but other than him being a Terran, he's not given us any reason to doubt him.
Could you give us a minute?
Yeah, sure. Why?
Just curiosity.
Okay, sure. I'll be in ops if you need me.
Okay, thanks. Right. I must say, I've been looking forward to this. Us two, face to face. I've only got one question. Oh no. Is she treated well? What do you mean? Well, she's not a Terran. She's Vulcan. She's loyal. Loyal to the Empire. We were attacking a rebel colony. They had every chance to run away, to escape. But for some reason that I still don't to this day understand, she took a disruptor from one of these rebels and shot every last one of them. Sounds like it troubles you. Does it? No. No, it doesn't. It's just that in all my years of serving the Empire, I've never met one rebel who favored the Empire. Could she be angling for something? If she wanted to infiltrate us, she would have taken action long ago. Not everyone's happy with it, but I think they know that if they try anything, they're risking their lives. So what is she to you? The universe. Which also means she is the captain's woman, so to speak. I see. Thank you. Your responses have been very valuable, and you've also made me realize something. Glad I could help. Captain's personal log, stardate 25110308.15. Whilst we wait for the briefing from Admiral Tanner about what to do with the Terrans, I'm about to do something I should have done a long time ago.
Mikey, hey, I wasn't expecting to hear from you.
Wow. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. Well, seeing as we haven't spoken to each other since you went on that transport ship to Illyris 2, I thought it was time we spoke again. How are you? What have you been up to?
I'm good. Just been making a life for myself, traveling from planet to planet. I'm currently helping out with the Klingon relief efforts.
Oh, God, yeah. Shit, the relief efforts.
Yeah, I must say, everyone was shocked when they saw the Morningstar attacking Quinose.
Now, that wasn't me. That was the ISS Morningstar.
ISS? You mean the Terran Empire?
Yep.
In that case, I'll have to inform my supervisor not to complain to the Federation Council about Starfleet.
That wouldn't be a bad idea, no.
As we're talking, I'm just curious. Have you and Jen talked since?
No. No, we haven't. And I'll be honest, I don't know if I ever will again.
Mikey, it wouldn't be a bad shout.
I don't know. What she did... It was too personal. Don't take this the wrong way, but my crew are...
Like a family to you, the family you never had. I know, both Uno and the President sent me your report on the event. I understand, I just wish I had a connection like that. I haven't had that in a long time.
Why don't you come visit? I'm sure the crew would welcome you with open arms. I'd love for you to be a part of the family I've built here.
Really? You sure?
100%.
I'll take you up on that then.
Reynolds the Hunter.
Hunter here.
Admiral Tanner has requested you in ops.
Understood. I'll be there shortly. Right, I've got to head off. See you soon. Contact me when you want to come aboard.
I will, Mikey. See ya.
Okay, is everyone here? Okay, good. So, I've called you all here because we have a plan for what is going to happen with the ISS Morningstar and her crew. Now, I won't lie. I'm only doing this on the recommendation of Admiral Maneo and Captain Hunter. I could have easily kept him in the brig and ran 100 more lie detector scans. We are going to send them back. The only problem is, we don't know how. Are there any suggestions?
I've got one.
Then proceed, Lieutenant.
Thank you. I was doing some general scans of the ISS Morningstar and I found this subspace residue on the hull of the ship. I also found traces from, I think, a quantum singularity.
So what? You saying we flew through a black hole?
Not exactly. I think what we're looking at is not a black hole, but something just as large. I'm calling it a multi-exit wormhole. A wormhole with one entrance point and multiple exit points.
Right. And how many exit points does this multi-exit wormhole of yours have exactly?
Well, a lot.
How many is a lot? 20? 30? 50?
Try timesing that second one by, I don't know, 500?
15,000?
Sounds about right to me.
Do you at least have a way of finding the right exit point?
Yes. By my calculations, the wormhole should re-emerge in the same spot in 5 hours. When we get there, we'll start using modified subspace sensors to scan for the Morningstar's quantum signature. Then when we find it, we should have approximately 2 minutes to get Morningstar back to her universe before the wormhole resets and emerges somewhere else. The Morningstar's hull will have to be extensively repaired if she is to have any hope of surviving the journey.
Right. Mr. Stellar, I want you in charge of the hull repairs, and Zakril, I want you in charge of modifying the sensors.
Yes, sir.
Aye.
Right then. Dismissed.
Captain's log supplemental. For the past 2 hours, Mitchell and Clementine have been managing and directing prep teams for the ISS Morningstar, meaning we have 3 hours left to get to the wormhole coordinates before it collapses. I think there's a shared feeling of not having the Terrans here any longer than they have to be.
Captain, both myself and Mitchell can confirm that we are ready to go.
Brill! I assume the Admiral has the coordinates?
He does, but he has been informed to follow you.
In that case, Senaf, set course for the wormhole. Orb 7.
Aye, sir. Course laid in.
Punch it!
Here we are, and there it is.
Are the sensors ready?
Not yet. They have to be calibrated to the quantum signature of the Morningstar first.
How long will that take?
Shouldn't take longer than half an hour to 45 minutes.
Get to it. Reynolds, contact the Morningstar and tell them I want to see Commander Uno in my ready room ASAP.
Yes, sir.
Commander, you have the bridge.
Understood.
Sir, we've got a message from the other Morningstar. Captain Hunter is requesting to see Commander Uno.
Do you know why?
No, I don't.
Do you want to go?
I will.
Alright. Reynolds, inform the captain that Uno is on her way.
Aye, sir. Do you know why he wants her?
Possibly. Come.
You wanted to see me, Captain?
Yes, Commander, I did. One moment. Coffee. Colombian. Double sweet. I have a few questions for you, Commander. What do you think of the rebels?
I think they're scum. They don't deserve to live as equals among the Empire.
Okay. What species do the rebels consist of?
Well, all those that aren't Terran. Andorian, Tellarite, Vulcan. You want to know how I see my own people.
That as well. But I was mainly wondering about the Morningstar. Do you feel scared? Like you didn't belong?
I'd be lying if I said I haven't looked over my shoulder once or twice. I do miss my people, Captain. Of course I do. They're my own flesh and blood. But I made my choice. I am loyal to the Empire. Nothing more, nothing less.
Very well then.
Will that be all, Captain?
Indeed, Commander. Dismissed.
Uno, sensor calibration is complete.
Nicely done. Captain Hunter to the bridge.
You ready?
Indeed we are.
Mitchell? Good of you to join us.
Thank you, Captain.
Alright then, let's not keep the turns waiting. Open a channel, Jason.
Aye. Channel open.
Admiral, we're ready over here, so whenever you're ready, start making your way towards the wormhole. Understood. Will do. Alright then, Sinaf. Take us in.
Aye, sir.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah. I think there's something I need to do. Hail the Morningstar. How long until that ship enters the wormhole?
About a minute or so, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Captain, the Admiral is hailing us.
Put him on screen. Admiral, is everything okay? Yes, Captain. Everything is fine. I just wanted to say something that I don't think a Terran has ever said to a Starfleet officer before. I'm sorry, what? Thank you for all the help you've given us. And thank you for not just, well, killing us. You're welcome, I think. Well, that's all I wanted to say. Thank you. Close channel. Admiral, wait. As we're doing this, I think it's alright that we're nice to you. It's just a bit of advice. I'd recommend upgrading your shield grid. That's how we disabled your ship. One phaser beam directly at your shields will disable you. Thank you. We'll look into it.
Captain, you should know that the Morningstar is a few seconds away from the gravity well. Once they're in, communication won't be possible.
Did you catch that? Loud and clear. Safe journeys, Captain. And you, Admiral. Close channel. How long until she goes through?
About a minute. "50 seconds. "40. 35. 25. 50. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wait, what?
Mitchell? Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. It's just right before the Morningstar entered the wormhole, the exit point shifted.
Do we know if they got through?
There's no way of knowing. We just have to hope.
Alright. Okay, let's get this ship back to Starbase 50 so we can get our sensors back to normal. Senaf?
Aye, sir.
Mr. Elzar of you, sir. What? Elzar? Thank you, you two. You can leave now. It's good to see you.
Feelings far from mutual, Agrin.
Oh. What? How come?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe it had something to do with leaving me to die on Arius Prime.
Ah, yes. Sorry about that simple misunderstanding. I thought you'd found another way out.
Huh. Yeah, right. Anyway, what do you want?
I assume you're aware that I plan to give Starfleet to the Star Empire.
I am aware you already tried to give Starfleet to the Star Empire, but didn't it all go tits up when you got stopped by Section 31 on the Morningstar?
Minor setback, I assure you. I have a new plan which involves someone infiltrating the Morningstar and acting as a member of the crew.
I'm listening.
You see, when my forces attack Starfleet, I'll need the Morningstar compromised so they can't lend a hand.
Okay, but why Hunter's ship? Why not go for the Enterprise?
Because the Enterprise doesn't have that overload weapon, and she doesn't have Hunter. I mean, sure, yes, the Enterprise will destroy a lot of our forces, but not before the reinforcements get there. I can't explain it properly right now, but I know this will work.
You knew Arius Prime would work. Look how that worked out. All right. You have me intrigued, but I just have one question. Why me?
Well, simply because I know of no other person right for the job. And yes, I could do it myself, but they've already seen me.
You're sure this will work and it'll all be worth it?
Oh, 100%.
Damn it! Fine, I'll do it. But after this, we're done.
Oh, fair enough. Your loss. I'll sort out all the documentation, and all you have to do is wait till you get it and then follow my instructions.
Talk to you later, then.
You're making a big mistake. There's no guarantee he'll go along with this plan.
Who's there? Who the hell are you?
Really? Even after all these years, you still can't recognize his voice from within the shadows?
Ah, James. Why am I not surprised? What do you mean there's no guarantee he'll go along with the plan?
He's made a name for himself in the FPC. A lot of people trust him, and he's got a lot of contacts. The way you treated him would be probably enough to send everything he got after you. Hitmen, mercenaries, need I go on? So what makes you think he'll actually follow through?
Simple. Getting Starfleet back for every time they've kicked us in the ass.
You mean kick you in the ass? You forgot the only time he crossed Starfleet was when you two were on a job together. The results were only going to affect you. Do you want to know the real reason he's going along with this?
Go on.
He said it himself. This is the last job, then he never sees you again. Well, I should be going. See you around, Agron.
Wait a second. Are you gonna tell Hunter about my plan?
No.
Why not? Isn't he your best friend?
He was. I've left that life behind.
Okay, isn't he a fellow officer then? And you're just letting him go into a trap?
I'm not telling him. I have my reasons, and you should know what they are. Goodbye, Agron.